There's more to imagine when you listen. So let your imagination soar with Audible. Audible has audio titles from every genre that will inspire you to imagine new worlds, possibilities, and ways of thinking. As an Audible member, you get to choose one title a month to keep from their entire catalog. Enjoy an exciting reawakening of a beloved classic with the Audible original, David Copperfield by Charles Dickens. Produced by Academy Award-winning director Sam Mendes. Starring Ncuti Gatwa, Helena Bonham Carter, and Theo James. This adaptation breathes new life into a familiar tale. New members can try Audible free for 30 days. Visit audible.com/imagine or text IMAGINE to 500-500. That's audible.com/imagine or text IMAGINE to 500-500.
Are you struggling to close deals? Cold outreach is wasting the time of both the buyer and seller at every stage, especially when sellers are using shallow and outdated data. Your organization can overcome these challenges with technology that translates comprehensive, high-quality buyer data into real-time insights. These deeper insights empower sales reps and teams to adopt the habits of top performers, which leads to better outcomes, like more pipeline, higher win rates, and larger deals. We call this deep sales. And we've built the first deep sales platform with the next generation of LinkedIn Sales Navigator. Right now, you can try LinkedIn Sales Navigator and get a 60-day free trial at linkedin.com/trial. That's linkedin.com/trial for a 60-day free trial. Let LinkedIn Sales Navigator help you sell like a superstar today. Just go to linkedin.com/trial and get started.
Ground is shaking under our feet, mountains on fire, flooding in the street. Can't breathe the air, can't fight the feeling, gobbling down Xanax ain't the way to be dealing. Gotta do better than just getting high. We gotta stick together if we're gonna survive. Ooh, how to survive. Ooh, how to survive.
Hello. Welcome.
Oh, hi there.
Kris,
Hi.
how are you feeling?
I mean, I am feeling very mid, as the kids say.
Oh, so you're still, this has been 2 weeks since you've had COVID?
I guess it's like
Or a week, almost 2 weeks.
almost 2 weeks. Yes, almost 2 weeks. So I'm finally not testing positive anymore, which is a big advancement because I was like, I guess I'm never going to stop testing positive. I just have
Because
so
you're so
much,
positive.
I have so much COVID in me.
Yes.
I'm all COVID. Every cell
Yeah.
is COVID.
And you're still not feeling 100, obviously.
No, I'm still not feeling 100. That's why we're doing a Zoom sesh. If
Yeah.
people can't tell, we're not in the same room.
Yeah, we should have said this. So last week we took off completely because Kris was so sick. This week we are doing a over Zoom. We're each in our respective homes.
Which, by the way, you have a great view, Danielle.
Isn't it amazing? I guess is that the Hollywood sign? I don't
Yeah.
know. This is Jimmy's computer I'm on. So I guess
But
he
it's-
has the Hollywood sign behind him now.
No, it's
At
nice.
an angle.
It's a nice view. I
yeah.
feel like that would be your view.
Yes. So what still is icky? What still feels icky?
I mean, I'm sleeping, I think, longer hours than my cat right now.
Whoa.
Like I'm out sleeping the cat. Like I go to bed at 10 and then I'll like briefly wake up with the kids when they go to school.
Mhm.
And then I'll go back to sleep and wake up somewhere between 10 and noon.
Whoa. Okay. Well, that's
So
what you have to do.
It's so much sleep. And yeah, just like really tired and really low energy, just kind of barely having any energy.
That's me every day.
I was going to say, yeah. But actually you made me feel better about my my is in the quotes cats because they're so lazy. And I was like, oh God, is it just because we feed them too much? But if you're saying that's just how cats are.
No, that's how cats sleep so much. They have like these wild bursts of energy where they kind of go zoomy, zoomy, zoom.
Yeah.
And then they're just zonked out, you know, like, I don't know, 16 hours a day.
Okay. Cause I bought them balls today.
You did?
Well, yeah. Little cat balls, you know?
Yeah.
And I put one outside and so far they don't care at all.
Is that to
Yeah.
replace the ones that the Girl Scouts took?
Yes. Well, yes. Actually, it was a girl.
Oh.
Benjamin has been
Yes.
fixed. Yay!
Yay, Benjamin.
So
no more
both-
babies.
Yeah, no more babies. Now both Benjamin and Alex are fixed. The other ones, they're not, but that's what they could catch, the Girl Scouts.
I hope they got a little badge for that.
Yeah, it's just like it's just cut off cat balls.
It's little testicles.
Yeah, it's little testicles that they, yeah.
I don't remember that being a badge when I was a kid, but you know what? They've really advanced.
I think it's like every troop has their own assignment, or
Mhm.
their own. Assignment's not the right word. Their own like
Mission.
mission, and I think neutering and spaying cats is theirs. And thank God they live in our neighborhood, so we get it.
That's a good one. I hope there's a
know.
Girl Scout troop that's going to figure out the homeless crisis in LA.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, let's just set them right on that.
That would be
How's that
good.
going, by the way? Is there any movement since we got our new mayor?
I don't know. That's a good question. I have not tracked
I was
that.
told that maybe there is, but I'm not sure. Anyway, so is it true that no one else in your house got COVID?
That is, in fact, true. I don't know how this happened. So, when I texted you guys that I tested positive, for COVID, which was the day before we were supposed to record, immediately I got an alert from our school that was like, your child had a close exposure to someone with COVID. So I was like, oh, okay, well, I know where I got COVID. Yeah. We're all going to get COVID.
Right.
No, just me. And Sven got sick, like he felt, mildly bad for like 24 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Never tested positive.
That's crazy.
No one, and no one, the kids were fine, never felt bad and never tested positive. So, I quarantined in my bedroom for the most part. And when I came out, yeah. I mean, in the beginning I had to, because I was like physically unable to do anything. I was so sick. And then when I kind of felt, more human, when I'd come out into the main areas of our house, I just would wear a mask. So we'd have to kind of hang out masked together, which sucked. So it made me not really want to hang out with my family because I always had to wear a mask.
Right. So did Sven have to eat popsicles on the couch?
Yeah. He had to sleep he had to sleep with Alex in her bed because she has a queen size bed. And
she does.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's
so
sweet.
She liked that.
Yeah, I bet.
Because then she didn't have to sleep by herself. And I just got a big old California king to myself.
Lovely. I love it. Okay. And well, that's good. I was just scared that we were going to get COVID before Oliver's play, and we didn't. So we were extremely excited about that. And now if I get COVID, I don't want to get COVID, but I don't have anything like that it's going to be the end of the world.
I'm going to say this.
Yeah.
Don't get it.
I'm trying not to. I have started wearing my mask again to most places. Not like, I'm not being super strict, but if I'm going into a grocery store or something, I'm wearing my mask.
Well, I can give you some tips.
Okay.
If you do. All right. Here are my COVID survival tips.
Any of them involve bleach?
They do not. They do not.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Well, then I don't. These must be new tips. Okay.
These are tips if you get it. These are tips.
Oh,
not how to not get it. I mean, I think we know. Just wear a mask and don't make out with strangers.
Right.
In public places, if you can help it. Garen, you're gonna get it. You're gonna get it. Let's see. This is how I got through COVID. Okay. I drank a lot of ginger ale. I recommend Schweppes.
Schweppes
is my favorite brand. If you can't get that, then you're going to just have to get Canada Dry as the second best.
Okay.
But, Schweppes is the best.
Does it make you feel better because it has ginger in it?
I guess. I don't know. It's just all I want when I'm sick.
Oh, okay. Because I just bought ginger cookies from Trader Joe's. Those are good.
I bet they are. But when I have COVID, I had COVID, Schweppes. I don't want to eat anything. All I ate was salt. I ate saltine crackers, I think, for 10 days.
Yeah.
That's it.
Right.
Nothing tasted good. Even Sven kept getting me chicken soup and I was like,
Barf.
Right?
Yeah.
I listened to an audiobook because I couldn't read because it hurt my eyeballs.
Oh
I couldn't
my
watch
God.
TV because it hurt my eyeballs.
Are
Because
you serious?
my head hurt so much I couldn't even watch anything. So like all I could do was listen. So I listened to Stephen King's new audiobook, Holly.
Okay.
Which Garen is coincidentally also was reading.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And is it scarier to hear it in your earballs than to read it?
You know what? It's not that scary. It's a detective novel.
Okay.
But it does have some gore. So if people are gore averse, it does have some gore. It's very fun. So if you're like, I just need to hear something that like is very plot driven and I don't like have to think about, like, I'm not going to read anything super literary when I'm sick, where I'm like, oh, I got to hear that again because I don't understand what I just heard and I have to think about it now, how it affects my life. Like, you need to do that with Stephen King. You're just like,
no,
plot. I'm entertained.
One of these days I got to read a Stephen King book.
Well, you know what? That's when you do it. You just listen. You just listen and you're entertained. And it's almost so ridiculous. You are laughing a little bit because it's so ridiculous. You're like, this is also kind of funny.
How many hours does it take to listen to a book of that size?
I think it was maybe 9 hours.
Okay.
I don't know exactly because I would fall asleep a lot while I was listening.
Oh, right.
And then I'd have to go back to where I figured out I'd fallen asleep. So it did take some days, but that was perfect. And there's a lot of COVID in that book.
Oh,
it's like written during the early days of the pandemic where people were like, should I spray my groceries or not? People didn't know a lot. So they were still really worried. So it's a very heavy through line in the book. So if you don't want to hear about that, then I would say it's not the book for you. But I had COVID. So I was also kind of like primed to listen to people talk about COVID.
Right.
So those are my tips.
Okay.
Saltines, ginger ale, and Stephen King book called Holly.
Got it. Okay. Those are really good tips.
That's all I got.
Should write into the, I want to say GCC, but that's an old movie chain. FCC isn't correct either. That's about communications. What am I thinking?
CDC?
The CDC? Hey guys, dear CDC, I have an update for you. I mean,
Schweppes, Saltines,
yes,
Steven.
That's all you need. I mean,
3 S's.
3 S's.
Remember when we were just trying to figure out when we could meet again? And I went to the CDC trying to figure it out. And it was like, holy shit, it feels like I'm doing like a really complicated math.
It really was.
I'm like, is this geometry? I can't figure it out. It's so hard to figure out when we can get together because they're asking you to put in like, when was the last time you had a fever minus how many days you tested positive plus 10 more days. Like, it's so hard to figure out when you're safe to be around people.
Plus first day of your last period.
Oh, and we've discussed this.
Your mother's maiden name. Yeah.
Forget it. Forget it.
Who knows?
What was your dog's name on your first street?
Right. Security questions. Yeah.
It's impossible.
And Garen, do you have any news since last we met?
Have we talked about me going out of town?
Not on the show.
No, I'm heading to Michigan tonight. A nice 11:30 takeoff time.
Oh, that's fun.
Is that called a red eye if you're leaving at that time?
I believe it is. Yeah.
Okay.
I arrive at 7 a.m. in Michigan, which would be 4 a.m. our time here. That's how time zones work.
Sure.
Thank you for explaining that.
My pleasure. I'm going to visit my dad. He's got some health problems. So I want to just, make an appearance, I guess, and kind of find out what's going on.
Are you staying with him or are you staying with your mom?
No, I'm staying with my mom. My aunt lives with my dad and I don't want to be anywhere near her.
Right, that aunt.
The homophobic jerk.
Yeah, there's 2 of them now. So
they're spreading.
Yeah, it's much like
they're
COVID.
Like gremlins.
It's spreading.
Did one of them get water poured on them?
Yes.
I don't. Yeah, holy water. They need
Don't
it.
feed them quiche after midnight.
They wouldn't even know what to do with it.
So
hillbillies.
So you're gonna have to visit. Is he at home? Is he in this cabin you talked of? Where is?
Well, he wants us to go visit his cabin up north, which we're gonna do. We just have to, line up the dates so we can get up there because it's like 4 hours away from where everybody lives. So it's another trip.
That's fun. That's what you want to do after you've traveled in a plane somewhere far, is then get in a car and drive for 4 hours.
Yeah. I mean, the good news is that when I land, I get to take a nap, and then it's my cousin's daughter's birthday. So I don't know what she actually is to me, but she's like, I'm my biggest fan.
Oh.
Doesn't know I'm coming, so I guess that's going to be a surprise. And we're all going to see the Taylor Swift movie.
Oh,
fun.
Perfect.
So
wait, how old is your cousin's daughter?
She's turning 13.
Oh, perfect. Oh, that is so cute.
Yeah, there was a time when, I don't know if I told you guys this, but her mom was talking to somebody about whether or not they know any celebrities. And her mom's like, no, we don't know any famous people. And she's like, Brooke, her name is. She's like, excuse me, what about Garen? And my mom's telling me this. She's like, she's your biggest fan. I'm like,
that's really cute.
Are you guys going to wear like matching puff paint t-shirts?
I'm going to wear my I Love Taylor Swift t-shirt. I don't know what she's going to wear. So,
are you going to wear bracelets to trade at the show?
My mom bought Halloween themed friendship bracelets. So they're going all out. Like, I didn't know
that's going to be fun
until yesterday, pretty much. So it's going to be fun.
That's really sweet.
It'll be a nice time. Yeah.
And actually that sounds like kind of the best way to see the movie because, the best way to see the concert because you don't have to deal with all the crowds and all the hoopla and all the
Florida harpies sitting behind.
And you're seeing the best version probably of each song. I mean, I don't know. I imagine they cherry picked from different venues to put the film together. Or do you think, I don't think they just took one show, did they?
I'm sure you're right.
As far as I've understand it was mostly the LA stuff they filmed.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how many different shows. This is also based on TikTok people who are like analyzing every moment of her life.
Sure.
So they're like,
reliable
they're filming
sources.
The concert. Yeah, exactly. They're filming it. I think it's mostly LA. Could be wrong. I don't know.
So if you have to go to the restroom, you know that you have a good 8 minutes.
Yeah,
exactly.
She's fake enjoying that fake standing ovation or whatever that was.
Exactly. After it's like after Cardigan, I think.
No, it's champagne problems.
Oh yes, you have 8 minutes.
Yeah, that's plenty of time to go to the bathroom.
Oh my God, you can go twice.
Yeah, I'm gonna plan
Come back,
it out.
make a loop, run around,
stretch your legs.
There's still applause. I'm gonna go get some more popcorn.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
And I guess you guys know that she was at the Grove last night. Did you know that?
Yeah,
I heard that like Beyonce joined her for her Eras movie opening in LA. Was that at the Grove?
No.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, was it?
Yeah, that was the premiere.
Wait, I thought what she did was went to the Grove and announced that the movie was opening a day earlier.
No, they did the premiere. She brought like 2,000 fans. I didn't get an invitation, so I need to find out what happened with that.
Fucked up.
Yeah, she brought 2,000 fans to do a big premiere for the movie. That was at the Grove yesterday. Yesterday?
Okay. Well, Jimmy maybe got a little bit of the fact.
She announced that there too.
Okay.
It's opening more places. Yeah,
right.
But it was the actual premiere.
And is that where Beyonce met up with her?
Yes.
I love the idea of Beyonce at the Grove. That's like my favorite thing I've ever heard. Like she should have gone to the lemonade stand and taken a picture like lemonade.
Yes.
I would love to see Beyonce just like getting, flavored peanuts or that pickle store or something at the
I mean, I feel like the Grove is so beyond, like Beyonce would love the Grove. Like
I think she might.
She's so the Grove. Like I don't feel like she's above the Grove at all.
No.
I mean, she's too famous to go there.
And Beyonce. Yeah.
Yeah. But I feel like Beyonce would be like, yep, this is exactly where I love to be.
I want to see Beyonce on the trolley that takes you from Nordstrom all the way down to American Girl store.
Yes. You get to go 2 stores.
Feet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. It's
This is LA talk. To be honest with the audience, we didn't prepare a how to survive a specific thing for a couple of reasons. One, we knew we couldn't have a guest because we weren't going to be in person. And 2, we didn't know if we could actually do the episode because what if Kris had a relapse? What if she had a drug relapse.
I mean, I love cocaine. We don't ever know when I'm going to start sticking that shit up my nose again.
That's why this is a little willy-nilly today.
We're kind of just free falling.
Yeah.
Without a parachute. Oh, yeah. Free basing.
Right back to cocaine.
I watched, guys, a scary movie, and I'm curious if either of you have ever seen it. I'm pretty sure Garen has seen it. It is John Carpenter from the 80s. It is The Fog.
Oh, I love that movie.
No.
Oh my God. It's a lot of fun, Danielle, because I'm going to tell you some things about it. All right. Okay. Well, it's a lot of fog. Adrienne Barbeau is a young, very beautiful disc jockey in the film. And it's in Northern California, and she's doing her DJing from a lighthouse. And so she's always like, hey, everybody, the fog is moving easterly, but no, it's moving west. And so it's a lot of updates on fog from a beautiful Adrienne Barbeau.
You don't want to see her through a fog. You want to see her clearly.
Well, you do.
So pretty. Okay.
She's so pretty in it. Okay. And her hair, I'm like, I kind of want that hair to come back. And she's got really big sunglasses and drives a cool Jeep.
Oh, dang.
There's this fun storyline of a guy who hooks up with Jamie Curtis while she's hitchhiking. And he seems to be, I don't know. I mean, maybe he's supposed to be in his 30s, but he looks like he's in his hard 40s, and she's about 18.
Did you say Jamie Lee Curtis?
I did say Jamie Lee Curtis.
I didn't realize she was in other horror movies.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
She's in a ton. Not a ton, but she's in a lot.
I thought she was just in Halloween.
She's in a good amount.
Oh, okay.
And this guy, I swear, he looks to me so much like Dane Cook.
Oh no! Did he not have sleeves?
He's got like kind of the big sort of Fred Flintstone head.
Yeah.
With some acne scarring. And so the fact that he's hooking up with a really young Jamie Lee Curtis is even more disturbing, because I'm like, this is very Dane Cook. But also the weird thing is he's sort of the like private investigator, like detective of the movie, but he's none of those things. Like I don't even know if you know what his profession is, but like suddenly he's like, well, my friend went missing on that boat. So now he's like in charge of the investigation. Like it's really weird because people go missing in the fog. It's a lot of different plots going on at once, as Garen knows, who he's seen this movie. It's like there's the fog is bad, and then there's ghost pirates, and then there's like
what?
There's like something in the past where people had leprosy and the village didn't help the people with leprosy, and it's a lot happening. It's fun.
I think we could watch this. I think Oliver could even handle this.
I think you could watch it.
It's not really scary, right?
It's scary in an 80s way where you're kind of like, you can handle it for sure. And the gore that happens is like 80s. So it's cheesy.
Right.
But
we watched The Thing. That's also John Carpenter, right?
Yep.
Yeah, we watched that. So
I haven't seen The Thing.
By the way, is the actor you're talking about.
The Dane Cook guy?
Yeah, Tom Atkins. He's terrific.
Okay. I don't know him from things. So he's in a bunch of John Carpenter movies, actually. He's in Halloween 3. He's in Night of the Creeps. What's something you guys would remember? I don't know. He's like the Stacy Keach of 1980, whatever. Who 5, I think that was that time period, maybe. I forgot something important about The Fog. Yeah. Is that there's the mayor, or I think she's the mayor of the town, is Jamie Lee Curtis's mother, Janet Leigh.
Oh, okay.
So she's in it too. And Hal Holbrook is a priest.
Oh, I like this cast.
It's a fun cast.
I didn't know they'd ever done a movie together.
Yeah.
Janet Leigh and Jamie Lee Curtis.
They've done at least 2.
What's the other one?
Halloween H2O.
Janet Leigh was in that?
Yep.
Whoa.
Yeah, she's like her secretary or something in that.
So I went to Vegas.
Oh.
Remember?
Way to bury the lead.
Way back when?
Yes. In the old-timey days.
And the old-timey days. Speaking of old-timey days, we did go to the Mobster Museum.
No.
And there was a woman talking so loud, basically screaming in like an adjoining room, like talking so loud. I'm like, what the fuck? And then she and her boyfriend rounded the corner and they had those long, like novelty mile-long glasses, that you drink alcohol out of. And they're like, down to the bottom. And I'm like, oh, right. You can drink literally everywhere here.
Yes.
And everyone is, you could be drunk anywhere, even somewhere as sacred as the Mobster Museum.
How dare they?
It was weird.
Sully the Mobster Museum by being drunk.
And then as we were parking, people were getting out in full costume, full like 20s regalia. And I was like, oh no, they're not really doing this to go to the Mobster Museum, are they? But it turned out there was an event.
Okay, that's fine then.
But yeah, it was fun.
But you liked it, the Mobster Museum?
Yeah, it was fun. It's so like there's so much stuff that we didn't even like. We got there at 7 or 7:30 and it closed at 9. And they were like, we close at 9, right? I'm like, yeah, okay. Like, because there's too much to do. Like, there's too much to read and see that you wouldn't get it all done. And we didn't. We d't get it all done, but it was fun.
We'll have to go back.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm good. I got it. There's a lot of mad Italians and,
I'll just watch a Martin Scorsese movie. I'll get everything I need.
You're going to see Killers of the Flower Moon. You'll be fine.
Yes, I'm excited about that. But I did, my friend Jane and I went and we actually weren't gambling at this point, but we were talking to this guy was so nice. He let us sit at his table, a dealer, and we were talking about movies. And then I told him Elizabeth's story about being in casino and not really being in casino. And so I got to share that because we had just done that on the show.
Nice.
Yeah. But so we went to a bar. This would have been a Kris approved bar. It was it was in the Wynn.
Okay.
And it was called like Parasol Up or Parasol Down or something like that. It was this nice area with these beautiful like umbrellas like decorated parasols on the ceiling. But it was the kind of place where it's like $23 for a drink. And so I was like, okay, well, clearly we're just getting one drink here. And she doesn't drink. But she had, a mocktail. And Jane has lived a very rich life and she used to drink a lot. She doesn't drink anymore. And she also used to work in bars and stuff all the time. And she was telling me how wherever she went, she would get free drinks because she would and I said, how? Like, she's like, I just chat people up. Just like wherever I go, I just chat people up and men, women, whatever, they give me drinks. I'm like, oh man, I wish I had done that in my youth. So then we're sitting there like wrapping up with our $23 drinks. And these 4 people, like 2 guys and 2 women come up and we were at the bar and there weren't any seats left. And I said, well, we're just about to leave. We'll give you our seats if you buy us a drink. So they did. They bought us drinks.
Nice.
Didn't make us leave.
See?
It was really nice.
You know how to do it.
I know.
You know how to do it, Danielle.
And they were like celebrating someone's 40th birthday. But I was like, oh, wow. Really nice. So it was fun.
So you did have 2 drinks. You got a little bit wild.
I did get a little bit wild. And then, of course, it took me like 2 days to recover from those 2 drinks.
One day, one drink.
I know.
What are you guys watching?
Well, as we all discussed, I did make Oliver watch the Moonlighting pilot with me. And to me, totally holds up.
What did Oliver think?
I think he liked it. He was like, oh, this was really funny. We started, we put it on. And he was like, this is a sitcom, right? And I said, no, it's like a detective show. They're detectives. And he said, oh, I thought they worked in a newsroom. And I said, no. And then he said, there's music in it, right? And I said, well, like there's one episode where it's a musical. I don't know. And he goes, no, but like, doesn't he have an alter ego where his name is Bruno? You know about that, right? You don't know that Bruce Willis used to perform under the name Bruno and had an album?
I knew that.
But
I guess I remember that. Yeah.
He thought it was part of the show.
That's funny.
That was funny. I think he liked it. Yeah. I'm not sure if he's as into it as I am, I don't know if my son is deeply invested in the will they, won't they of, 80s stars. But I was impressed that the chemistry, I think it's there from the very beginning. Like, I thought it was really good. Did you guys watch it?
I loved it. I watched the pilot, which is a movie. It's an hour and a half long.
Yeah.
And then I watched the second episode, which is it's nonsense, but it's fun. It's the one they're trying to get to. Oh, I don't want to spoil it for anybody.
Well, we're halfway through. We're halfway through that episode.
All right, I'm not going to tell you what it is. It's silly and funny. They're great.
They're great, right?
I was like, when they were going up to the tower thing, it was pretty tense for the 80s. I'm like, this is pretty wild.
I was really nervous. It felt like not fake at all. When they were on that building.
Yeah, but I mean, they were clearly stunt people.
I mean, it was definitely a man.
I know a man with a wig on.
Yes.
But it still seems like they did it really well, I thought.
No, it was really well done, I thought. Actually, I thought it was really well done.
I thought it was really well done, and like they shot it well, and it felt I mean, I was like, of course nothing's gonna happen to either one of them, but I still felt like tense.
Totally.
I thought that was they definitely achieved suspense in those moments and made it feel real. And, they kind of had to do it differently back then because they didn't have green screens.
Mm-hmm.
So there does lend this feeling of, I don't know, it just feels more suspenseful in a way.
Yeah. Well, at one point, I mean, they must have been, they were in like some mock-up that was like maybe 10 feet off the ground or something. And that was really good. I thought that looked really, really good.
It really did. It really felt real, like that somebody was actually hanging off of that actual building. So that I thought was really cool. I also thought it was so fun that the Mohawk guy was the bad guy from Grease.
I know. Speaking of bad skin, I was like,
yes.
I was like, Oliver, that's the guy from Grease. And he was like, what? I'm like, that's the guy. I would recognize those pockmarks anywhere.
I've never seen him in anything else. Like
anything else.
Nothing else except for Grease. So it was really fun I'm like, oh, I'm glad he got other work.
I love that he's like a shady guy doing shady business and needs to hide and stuff and has the like 1.5 foot tall blonde mohawk.
Right. Yeah.
Can't just
it's not easy to hide.
No.
I also thought it was funny that he's like a bad guy, but when he's in the elevator scene, he's just terrified. He's just shaking in his boots.
That was great.
He's so scared. He's so scared of the other.
So scared.
Yeah,
you never see that. I thought that was scared. Really funny.
He's also such a great criminal that he gives the cop his real name. He asks him what's going on. He's like, "Oh, I'm Klaus Kinski or whatever the hell his name was. Bye." So it just runs off.
That scene didn't really make any sense.
Yeah.
Like, why was the guy who was being chased hanging out outside of the, like, he's like, are you following me? Like, don't sit there and have a conversation. Go
home. Where do you go?
What? Like, turn left, maybe, if the guy's following you. Stop it.
Only trail runs in that part of town of LA, I guess. You cannot go off the trails or you're in trouble.
Right.
Yeah. Definitely follow that guy into a tunnel.
For sure.
Yeah, I mean, there were definitely some things that felt really funny. And I mean, it's really fun, I think, to watch stuff from that time period too. Mm-hmm. Just like, I mean, so many, even the font at the beginning made me laugh of like the moonlighting going back and forth together. That looks like, I'm like, oh, I wouldn't do that if I was doing like a movie of my kid's birthday party.
Like it's hacking even for that. Yeah. The two words sliding into each other.
Yeah. It's like, oh God, they thought that looked good back then. Like that was high art.
After the episode, I was singing the theme song. In the first episode, they don't play the theme song with the lyrics. They just play sort of an instrumental version.
Yes.
And I was singing the theme song and Oliver was like, what's that? And I was like, oh, that's a song you're like gonna come to know and love. And you'll be singing it every day. It's so good.
It is such a good theme song. And I do think, the chemistry from the very beginning is right there. Like I definitely remembered how just sort of enamored I was as a kid of like Bruce Willis and his charm and her, how, just she's so great and like cool and gives it right back to him. Like they definitely, I think, right off the bat had such good chemistry. And so it was fun to see it and like go, oh yeah, I liked something that was good.
Yeah, right.
Because when you watch something when you're an adult that you loved when you were a kid, and you're like,
oh, it's
that
so
was
upsetting.
That was not as good as I remember it.
Garen, is this your first time watching it?
Yeah. I mean, I know I'm aware of it. It was on when I was growing up, obviously. And I don't know if I ever actually watched it. I don't remember, but definitely
I don't
not.
think it was
the
on when you were growing up.
Yeah. It started in like 82 or something, didn't it? 80. When did that start?
No, it was like 86.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I was 6.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, on when you were growing up. But yeah, you wouldn't have been
I went till
it.
I was what? 11, I guess.
Yeah, I guess it was on for a while.
So I may have seen 1 or 2 episodes here or there, but I don't, certainly not from the beginning.
The thing that I didn't remember that I thought was so great was that she does actually find him amusing sometimes. Like she's not just annoyed the whole time. Like she's a large part of the first and second episode are her saying, I don't think this is a good idea. This isn't going to work, which makes sense. But she also kind of smiles and laughs at his dumb shtick sometimes, and sometimes is annoyed by it, which is how I felt.
Yes.
Yeah.
I also can't help but notice this one detail, which kept making Sven and I laugh, which when they were being sort of held hostage by the bad guy in her house, how big that hot dog was.
Oh, I thought it was supposed to be like a salami. I thought it was like a cut off salami.
I don't know. It was just so big that I was like, it was just so funny to me that it was like this massive, I don't know, like I just thought, I was like, did they have the props guy come out and they first had a hot dog and they were like, no, that's not going to be scary enough. We need to make a big hot dog.
And she just has that in her refrigerator.
She just has a big, like giant sausage thing in her fridge.
Oh, and the woman who played Seinfeld's mom is her like head of household. I don't know if she'll be coming back, but
that's how I recognized. That's where I recognized her from. I knew her, but I couldn't figure out where I knew her from.
Well, anyway, I recommend it.
Yeah, it was fun.
Super fun. I can't wait to see it. There's certain episodes I remember very distinctly that I'm excited to see.
I feel like we could watch that with the kids.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's just there's not really anything.
I mean, we're watching Our Flag Means Death with them right now. So I think they can handle moonlighting.
We should probably take a break.
Yeah, let's take a break.
And we will be back right after this. Kristine, do you know what it's time for?
Spooky season.
Well, yes, but that's not what I was referring to.
Oh, well, what are you going as for Halloween?
A sexy Cabbage Patch doll. What about you?
Well, now I have to think of a different costume.
Oh, darn it. Well, mine has brown hair.
All right, that could work.
Anyway, guess again.
Is it time to add pumpkin spice to everything?
Yes, especially if the thing you're adding it to is your mental health.
Mental clarity with a touch of cinnamon, nutmeg, cloves, and ginger.
Makes me want to put on an itchy sweater and talk about BetterHelp.
I love doing that because BetterHelp is an easier way to connect with a therapist.
Exactly. And with BetterHelp, your appointments are online, so you don't have to leave your latte or your fireplace.
I think it's like 80 degrees outside. I also think almost anyone can benefit from therapy.
I couldn't agree more. Find more balance with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/howtosurvive today to get 10% off your first month.
That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/howtosurvive.
Imagine the softest sheets you've ever felt. Now imagine them getting even softer over time. That's what you'll feel with Boll & Branch's best-selling signature sheets in 100% organic cotton. In a recent customer survey, 96% replied that Boll & Branch sheets get softer with every wash. Start getting your best night's sleep in sheets that get softer and softer for years to come. Try their sheets with a 30-night guarantee. Plus, get 15% off with your first order at bollandbranch.com, code WONDERY15. Exclusions apply. See site for details.
And we're back with Canva Presents Secret Sounds Work Edition. Caller, guess this sound.
It's a mouse click.
So close. That's actually publishing a website with Canva Docs. Next caller.
Definitely a mouse click.
Nice try. It was sorting 100 sticky notes with a Canva whiteboard. We also would have accepted resizing a Canva video into 10 different sizes.
What? No way.
Yes way. One click can go a long way. Love your work at canva.com.
Welcome back to How to Survive with Danielle and Kristine. Kristine, how was your break?
Well, it was invigorating.
We didn't really do anything. We just sat here and stared at each other. We didn't go to the bathroom.
No, we just gazed into each other's eyes lovingly.
Yeah.
That's what we do most of the time.
That's right.
We're full of love. Speaking of love,
yes,
I have a contest for our listeners. It's a small little prize. Small little. What we would love for any listener who has not given a review yet. You know how you can go into any of your listening platforms and you can click leave a review?
Absolutely.
If you haven't done that yet and you would like us to send you a sticker, I've got 2 stickers here. It's going to come with, look at this card. Isn't this card cute?
Oh, very cute. It's got a snake on it. It says thanks.
Thanks. They're going to get this card and it's going to come with a sticker, a big sticker. Look, I got this one.
Oh, it's so big.
It's so big, right?
We got one that's drink your coffee.
Right? That's a big ass sticker.
What's the other sticker?
The other sticker is beep, boop, beep. Everything but the kitchen sink, right? So I mean, they're so big.
These are like generous sized stickers. They would look good. You know what I think they would look good on? Like an iPad cover.
Ooh,
or a computer.
Water bottle.
A water bottle. You could wrap that sucker around. I love it.
So leave us a review. Then just shoot us an email showing us what, that you left us the review.
Yeah.
With your address. I'm going to send you the sticker.
So is it the first person who does that? Is that how you're going to do it?
That's how it works.
First two people who do it, get one of the stickers.
Yeah. I only have 2 stickers.
Yeah.
So, you'll get those. So first 2 people. That's our little contest that I'm presenting. And then, you know what? We're going to work on getting some new merch put together. It's in the works. We want to get that going for the holidays because we want you guys to,
It's all going to be COVID covered merch, right?
I'm going to cover it. I had to get rid of my COVID.
On everything.
How else do you think I got rid of my COVID?
Oh, you transferred it to an object. Like that's what they call the transitional object, right?
Exactly. You put COVID on it. The other thing we have now, I don't even think I told you guys this yet, is I created a store through a company called Bookshop. So this is if you don't want to buy your books on Amazon.
Yeah.
And every person who's been on our show that has a book has their book listed in our bookshop.
This is so smart.
And it's on, I'll have it on our link tree by the time this airs, but I put it in our last newsletter. So if anybody wants to buy any of those books.
Do we get a taste?
We do get a taste in.
Oh, I love this idea.
Yeah.
This is even better.
So my goal is, and you and Garen are going to help me with this, we're going to have all the books we also talk about,
Oh, that's a lot of books.
I know. We'll just try to remember. I don't think we're going to go back and re-listen to every episode, but we'll put Holly on there and, we'll just, all the books we've been talking about as we talk about books we like to read, we'll have a curated, nice book list on there so that people, when we're talking about those books can go, I want to read that book, that Danielle was talking about, or
I love it.
The Golden Skies book. That's not what it's called, but When We Ruled the Skies or
yeah.
So that'll also be in our bookshop. And,
I love that.
So we have that
fun
for our listeners as a new offering for our listeners. But you know what I didn't tell you guys about because we haven't seen each other in a while?
What?
The harrowing story of my colonoscopy.
Okay, I remember that you were getting a colonoscopy.
I was.
And that you thought it was that day we were recording because you thought it was later in the afternoon and it was earlier so you didn't have to not eat. So that was the last time we saw you, actually. Oh my gosh, what happened?
So you guys, have you had this before?
Yes.
Garen, have you had one?
I have not.
Okay.
Not officially.
For people.
Not officially.
I am a medical professional.
No.
He said he was a doctor, but I don't think he was. For those of you who have not, just a brief rundown is that, you don't eat for, it's more than 24 hours, actually. It's longer than that. It's terrible that you don't get to eat. And then you have to drink this gallons of this Gatorade with a bunch of Miralax in it, which is and you also have to take what's it called? What are those pills called?
Not a diuretic, but a stool softener.
A laxative, and you take the stool softener, and then that's supposed to empty everything out, right?
Everything's coming out.
Everything's coming out.
Everything must go.
Everything must go. All sales
Fire
final.
sale. Yeah.
It's a big fire sale, and you definitely experience a fire sale.
Yeah.
So I had my fire sale, got to the place, and they, give you a light sedative. Right. And you go under, and, they ask you a bunch of questions about your experience and that you drank all the stuff. Yes. And does it look like this? And you say, yes, it looks like this, the stuff coming out of you.
Okay.
Oh.
And then you go in the room, you go under, everyone's nice. And then I wake up and the doctor says to me, well, okay, keep in mind, I've just come out of anesthesia. Okay. Light anesthesia, but still, you know how you are. You're like, what? I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, my memory is that you don't remember anything. You just kind of wake up and you're like, oh, it happened.
Oh, yeah. You don't know. You're not aware of anything that's happened. Right. And he said, well, we couldn't get a clear sample because I assume you didn't finish your protocol or you ate breakfast this morning.
What?
And walked out.
Wait, are you kidding? He shamed you? He inner body shamed you.
Yeah. Yeah. He inner body shamed me. He shamed my inner body. And I just was like, stunned into silence because first of all, that was what I woke up to. And I couldn't believe like this nice guy who I'd just fallen asleep, who was like sort of patting my arm nicely and was like, don't worry, was being a fucking dick to me. And so then a nurse came in and she was like, so you'll probably he wants you to schedule it in less than a year because he couldn't get a clear sample. So we don't really know what's going on. And I go, well, I don't know why he just talked to me that way. I definitely did not eat breakfast this morning. I finished the entire drink. And she goes, yeah, that does happen with people sometimes. And so I just like got up and got dressed. Sven picked me up. I like went out into the car. While I was walking out to the car, I just started sobbing.
I knew you were going to say that, Kris.
Because I just felt so sad. Like I felt so uncomfortable being talked to that way.
Of course.
And so
Sven's adults. It's fucking ridiculous.
What's wrong? What's wrong? And I was like, the doctor yelled at me. I was being such a Karen. I was like, I don't know why. I didn't do anything wrong. And I'm like Googling sort of what is it normal? Do you know what I mean? And looked up and it said like 25% of people this happens to. So not only is it sort of it's completely normal for this to happen, that like that protocol doesn't work, that you have to do a stronger protocol, basically.
You're kidding. So he would know that.
Yeah, he would know that. So Sven went back inside and like yelled at them.
Yes. Oh, Sven, he can have 5 popsicles.
Oh, as many as he wants. A whole box.
Did he yell at the doctor? Who did he go to?
I mean, he went to the reception and then I don't think the doctor came out. I think like some manager person came out.
Okay.
And then they were like, well, we're going to call and check on her. We're really sorry, but I was like, I'm not going back there. I mean,
exactly.
I'll never go back there.
Right.
Like, not that I won't have another one, No,
you'll go somewhere else.
I'm not going to go there. And then, okay, here's the next thing that happened. I didn't poop for 10 days.
What?
Yeah.
Wait a second. Why? Because of
I don't
the anesthesia.
know. I mean, I think because something to do with it, like just messing up my whole digestive system of like doing that big purge to my body, like threw me off somehow. So then I only did with laxatives. Like it really fucked me up. And that was in the middle of me getting COVID.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
No wonder you didn't want to eat anything.
No, and I didn't want to eat anything. So then I called the doctor's office and the nurse was like, that's not normal. But she went off the deep end. She was like, if you're not going every single day, something's wrong. And I was like, people go every day? Every
do.
single day?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't go every day.
No?
Do you go every day, Garrett?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm not retaining that schedule. So
all right, keep track. I want to know.
Certainly not.
I definitely don't. I don't go every day. So, and I just never have. Like, that's not.
Well, that's
but
because
it's not.
you eat a block of cheese every day, right?
I do wake up and eat a big hunk of Gouda for breakfast.
Right.
Did you do that before you went in?
I woke up and ate a block of Gouda. He just
There's
said,
a wheel of cheese blocking my view.
I'm like, yeah, that's my cheese wheel. It's not breakfast. It's my morning cheese wheel.
Oh
anyway,
my God.
Everything seems to be fine now.
So
I know this
eventually
is a lot
just
of
started going.
Yes. But
it must have hurt. Did it hurt to not go for 10 days?
Yeah.
You felt like you
that
had
much.
to go, but you couldn't go.
Not that much. Like, I sort of felt normal. Like, that's what I was worrying, because I was like, I think I'm dying because I'm not hurting more. Do you know what I mean? Like, I would be like, why am I not going? But I also feel fine. Like, it wasn't like I was bloated or, I mean, I was kind of okay. I also wasn't eating that much because I had COVID, but like the doctor, then my primary care physician, who she told me to contact, then contacted the doctor who was mean to me.
Right.
So then they called and they were like, she was like, well, Dr. So-and-so wants to come in and see him again. And I was like,
Not chance.
I'm not going in to see him. He's mean.
Wow. So, but now you're okay. But maybe you do need more fiber in your diet.
I guess I eat oatmeal for breakfast every morning.
I guess it's not enough for you.
I guess not. I just need to peel off tree bark and just not?
You know, that's what a perfect bar is, right? It's just tree bark with chocolate chips. That's
what I need to eat, I guess.
I eat a ton of vegetables. So maybe more vegetables. I don't know.
Maybe. Anyway, that's my harrowing
geez Louise, I can't believe you had to deal with both of those things at once.
I mean,
that's terrible.
Guys.
Oh my God. And then you have to do it again.
Yeah, and then I have to do it again.
You have to do the prep again. Oh no.
I know. That was like the worst part of it, is that then they're like, and you have to do it again. Like, it didn't even count for anything.
No, you suffered for literally no reason.
Yeah, for more suffering.
And then you were berated as soon as you woke up.
Yeah, like it's like, think of a more vulnerable position, is that somebody has a tube up your butt.
Right.
And I was like, okay, so why are you mad? If, like, in my head, I kept thinking, if it doesn't go well, does that mean my shit's just flying all over everyone? Did I just spray the room with diarrhea? Is that why everyone's mad?
That's what he's saying,
we didn't
right?
get
Blocking it was obstructing his view.
They didn't get a clear vision because they had shit covering other goggles. Like,
did they, like, I'm like thinking, did they have to go all hose themselves down?
Oh my God.
And like, now they're all mad because I'm the shit sprayer of the day. We get one, at least one every day, and that was her.
Oh,
thanks for ruining our lunch.
We're closed for 3 days to clean up after this patient.
Biohazard team must have gone.
Yeah, and you don't know any of it.
No.
Jeez Louise. Oh my God. That's terrible. I'm so sorry.
That's all right. I mean, it's just life's humiliations piling up.
They don't
like
stop.
my colon.
Yeah.
Well, then COVID was a blessing then, because if you didn't have much of an appetite, then at least you didn't have something more severe happen if you weren't processing things correctly.
Yeah.
I don't even know, guys.
Is your appetite back?
No.
No?
Not really. I mean, I'm eating better, but
Did you lose your sense of smell or taste?
No, I don't think so. I mean, things didn't taste as good, but like more just like, when you have a cold and you're kind of like, But
when I have a cold, I just want sweet food.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Like cake?
Yeah, just just anything sweet. That's what.
Interesting.
I just, whatever that part of my brain turns on and the other part turns off. And
then what do you do? Like, what do you have?
Well, I know that I remember when I had COVID, the guys went to Fat Burger. I can't eat anything there anyway, but they do have they have vegan shakes at Fat Burger. Not that I'm vegan, but it's just easier to digest for me instead of milk and real ice cream. So I did have a shake. I remember that. Like, that kind of is satisfying. So probably ice cream, that kind of thing.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I think I'm definitely this more salty.
Yeah, but you don't really like desserts anyway, right?
Not that much.
So weird. I don't even know if we can be friends.
Should we end it now?
No, because we can just order dessert and I'll have both of ours.
I still like to get dessert though.
Oh, you do?
Okay. I made a pie. I made a lemon cream pie.
Lemon cream. So does that mean that there's meringue, there's cream on top of it, or it's like the pie itself is creamy?
Whipped cream on top instead of
okay.
Meringue.
So is there gelatin in that?
No.
So what goes into the pie part?
Lemon and egg and cream, I think.
Tartar?
Yes.
Cream of tartar, maybe?
No.
That sounds good.
It didn't turn out exactly right. I don't know. I think my oven's a little goofy, but it was a fun experiment.
Because of the altitude of your house.
It's so high. That driveway you go up that driveway, your nose just starts bleeding.
I know. Oh, I guess I should tell the listeners that we have added a raccoon to our family now.
Oh my God. What'd you name it?
You know what? We haven't named the raccoon or the skunks or the possums.
Don't want to get too attached.
Well, I think it's because we can't tell one possum from the other and one skunk from the other. But I guess we could name the raccoon. But raccoons are vicious, right? I mean, they're super cute, but aren't they kind of vicious animals?
Not according to everything I see on Instagram Reels. My God, they're like getting pet on their bellies and they're sitting on people's shoulders while they're driving their cars.
Oh, no.
They're adorable.
But do they have rabies?
I think they can. I mean domesticated raccoons are, of course, different than the ones in the wild. I guess I didn't know there
were domesticated raccoons.
You got to go down this rabbit hole. It's fun.
The raccoon hole.
I'm going to send you.
Okay, I'm not touching the raccoon, but I mean, I want to read it, but I don't want to touch the raccoon. But I mean, it's so ridiculously cute how it takes the food out of the bowl with its hands.
It's like little human hands.
Little human hands, and then eats it. It's ridiculous.
Have you seen the video of the raccoon taking a piece of cotton candy?
No.
And then trying to wash it because they wash their food. Like he tries to wash it in the water dish and it just evaporates.
Oh my God.
Is he's so like, oh no. It's very funny.
Oh, that's so funny.
They
wash all their food in water?
Yeah, they're very clean with their food, but
ours must be a slob because he's not cleaning the food. He's just shoveling it in his little
Well, he already knows it's clean. He didn't have to take it out of a dumpster.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
He's like, oh, this is provided to me. It's already clean.
Right.
I'm good. I don't have to wash this.
Yeah.
So
we're buying a lot more cat food these days.
I will say.
The whole neighborhood. Maybe I'll put the video on Instagram of us discovering this little friend. And the cats just kind of hang out and watch him. Like they're not scared of him.
Well, a raccoon did a lot of damage to Sally's face. They can be,
Oh no.
A while back. I mean, we're pretty sure it was a raccoon. Just like sliced up Sally's little face all to
See, that's what I think of as raccoon. That's why, I thought they're kind of vicious.
But I mean, it was also defending itself. Like Sally was, gonna probably kill it. Or I don't know what Sally was gonna do. Maybe Sally was just trying to kiss it.
I think Sally was trying to make out with the raccoon.
Probably. She was like, I'm gonna put my tongue inside of your mouth.
Right.
That's what she likes to do.
Right. Why not? Does Sally do
people
that to
do
you
it.
Guys?
She would love to do that if we would let her.
Yeah. It's weird, right?
All she wants to do is put her tongue in our mouths.
Maybe that would make you regular somehow.
I mean, I'm willing to try things. I'm willing to try. Not all things.
I don't know if we have anything else to talk about for this week. This was, like we said, just kind of a filler week. So sorry that we were gone last week, but we did release the Mike Schmidt episode in its entirety to give you an idea of what Patreon listeners get to listen to. So we will be back this coming week, next week, with a guest,
a real
topic,
person, exactly,
and a format, and assuming Kris doesn't, explode or something bad happens to her, I'm
going to keep it together. I'm going to keep it together.
Okay.
I'm committed. I'm going to be there. It's all going to be good.
Okay, great. Well, then, until next time, remain calm.
Remain calm.
We did that on Zoom, so it doesn't work.
I love it.